Peace, peace, peace. What's going on? What's going on? Holla at y'all boy. So for those who are watching on the shared live, it's the non-drama, non-troll page. If you want to participate, hit that link inside of the description. Red Jones, salute. Lazy days. So yesterday I had a good time, y'all. Yesterday, but we had some haters over here, trying to mess with the stream, and some trolls, and we got rid of them. But they tried to mass report my page. So one of the videos got copyright blocked, but we took care of that. Everything is good. Simba, salute. Kenzo. So like I said, man, I appreciate y'all. Appreciate the support. I had a good time yesterday. It was a great live. This is day 4. 3 more days to go. In the 7-day lives, I said I'm gonna do a live every day over here. Appreciate y'all support. And yeah, man, chicken. So today I wanted to talk about people searching for validation on social media. So I hear a lot of people, they come on here, they say, they're real individuals. They this, they're that, they're this. And, all we could do is take people's word for it and watch their actions, because we really don't know people. But I seldom see, it's the people who, validate you and all of that. Like, you're not supposed to search for validation or nothing, but the people who validate you are those who know you. Your friends, your family, your acquaintances who, encountered you in real life, that actually met you and know you. Ming, salute. But on here, for people who don't know you, is a false sense of validation. If a bunch of people who don't know you personally try to vouch for you personally, it's not real. So it may feel good. It may even look good. But it's not real. Now, me personally, I try my best not to hide my past and the things I've been through and stuff like that. And I know a lot of people, you know, that I can bring on here and you know let people know, I'm a stand-up individual in real life and this and that. But I'm not on here to try to prove that. Trey, salute. Oh, Trey's this is the non-troll page. Don't time them out. Just erase his comment. Salute, Trey. This the non-troll page, drama free, troll free. Appreciate the support, my brother. Trooper, salute. Oh, Trooper, could you do me a favor and turn on subscribers only, please? Appreciate you. Natasha, salute. So, all praises to the Most High. I didn't come on here to prove anything, as far as, being a real individual and things of that nature. I think I'm going to just keep doing what I'm doing. And if people recognize real, and if they don't, they don't. But as far as like the streets and the gangs and all that stuff, I try not to glorify that part of my life. I wear it with a badge. I'm not ashamed because I've learned a lot, and it enables me to to reach other youngins that's you know making the same mistakes or going down the wrong path like I did. So I always salute, and I always try to help those who are trying to turn a negative into positive and trying to do positive things. And that's why a lot of times you'll see me promoting some of my my peoples I know in real life and stuff like that. They do music, they might do fashion, you know they might be into entertainment, or have a business, and I try to promote them and stuff like that. But I also know you know where I'm at, and sometimes it could be a bad thing. uh Wait, hold on, I got a cash app. Salute, 30 Kenzo, salute, appreciate you, my brother. Drop your link inside the chat. Y'all go subscribe to 30 Kenzo. Crook, salute. So I do my best to try to you know look out for those type of individuals, and I try to keep my past and all of that type of stuff off of social media. But things seep out because the people I'm around, my circle of friends, my life. So I couldn't hide it if I wanted to. But I'm not here to glorify it, and I'm here to tell people who come on this social media, if you trying to prove that you real and you stand up, then take a step back and think about that for a second. Because if you real and you know it, and if you're a stand up individual and you know that, there's nothing to prove. It's going to shine out. It's going to stand out. It's going to speak for itself. Or, others will speak for you, for you on your behalf. Because a lot of people, Simba, salute. A lot of people go back and forth, and it's not a good look. It's not a good look, and it looks bad for real or stand up individuals because the way we conduct ourselves, if we are real and stand up individuals, it reflects other stand up individuals. So you're really like an example. So if you claiming you a stand up individual or a real individual and you're displaying actions that say otherwise, Angel, salute. If people call you out on these actions, the real thing to do is acknowledge it, apologize for it. Everybody makes mistakes and move on. It doesn't make you less of a man. It doesn't make you less real. They say real blinks do real things. Real blinks do real things. But anyway, We back. Bobby Ramos, salute. Ladybug. Yeah, man. So, as I said, social media, um, I like to give people the benefit of the doubt on social media because when I first got on here, I didn't understand a lot of things, myself. And this is a new thing, but once you've been on here for a while, you pick things up. And I think, for those who do pick these things up and learn these things, um, you should try to, educate others who come into here, especially those who you see, you know, have, good intentions and, they don't know no better and stuff like that. It's good to, just to let them know, you can't control people or tell people what to do and all that, but it's nothing wrong with informing people. I wish I would have had somebody, to let me know certain things and inform me when I first came into the sector that I came into, because I would have went about things differently. But once you make your first impression, Aaron, salute. I need access to the channel. I need access to the channel. Access. Oh, what's that? Oh no, somebody turned it on. I'm talking about who turned that on? Salute, salute. Somebody turned on subscribers only. Yeah, but the chat is turned off on the other pages. So you gotta hit the link in the description to participate in the chat. Salute. Oh, okay. Salute, Aaron. Appreciate you. Crook, what's going on, Crook? Yeah, man. So social media, like I said, it's a culture shock to a lot of people. I see a lot of individuals getting on here and they don't understand that this is not real. It's entertainment. People say and do things on here that they may not do and say in real life, and some people are not used to these things being said or done to them. But I always say, don't even ignore it. Don't even interact. But it's not always easy. Sometimes it's difficult. But the longer you are here, in these sectors where these things happen, you'll start to learn that ignoring people and not, you know, giving your energy to certain situations will turn out better than if you would interact. But or some of us, at just like myself, it's not easy, but we're learning. And as we learn, we can spread this information. Miss Eve, salute, Miss Eve James. Right, Eve James. You know, it's easier said than done, you know, but as I said, just because, you know, we are participating in certain activities doesn't mean that we should promote these things to be right. For example, I smoke weed, right? Now, I may think it's good. I may think, you know, it helps me, you know, with my creativity and stuff like that. But will I tell a young kid that smoking weed is good? No. What I will tell them is it kills your brain cells. I will tell them all the negative things before, you know, the pot. See, a lot of people like to tell people the positive things about things. I like to tell people the negative things because when you tell people the positive things and they want to participate, are you really surprised? Are they really in it for, you know, they are in it for the good stuff. They're in it for what they can benefit from. But if you tell them the bad things and they still want to participate, now they know what they're getting themselves into. Tammy, salute. Right. That's yep, Eve. That's kind of what I'm talking about today. Like real individuals. If we saying we stand up in real individuals, we are representing real and stand up individuals to people who don't know what that looks like because this is social media. This is not the streets. This is not, you know, real life. So it's people from different walks of life and all of that. And they never experience a real stand up individual besides TV or rap or something like that. So they only know what they see. So if you are a real stand up individual and you get on here and you acting otherwise, or you know you're not acting how you know, then anybody can be say they a stand up individual. Anybody could say they a real individual because the bar is not set high. You know, and on top of that, if you are a real stand up individual, and you know you get out of character and you drop down to you know certain people's level, they're making you look bad and you making them look good. They're making you look less real or official, and you're making them look more real or official because you're arguing with them. So if you're arguing and going back and forth with them, they must be somebody. If you somebody, but if they ain't nobody and you're somebody, now you're making them somebody. At the same time, you know, assassinating your own character. Dagmar, salute. Only facts. John Illuminati. So me personally, I understand these things. Ming, salute. Eve James, you're 100% right. I understand these things, and it's difficult for me not to interact into the foolishness. So I had to create a character in order to do it because I knew if I threw my own self out there, it was going to become, it would turn into something, um, something else, and it wouldn't be entertaining. I came on here, all praise to the Most High, with a mission and a message. And I didn't come on here for violence and to prove I'm some type of gangster or anything like that. I know who I am. I'm secure in who I am. Ain't nobody on here can ever do nothing or say anything to assassinate, my true, real self if I don't help them. So this is how I get through it. This is how I cope with it. I'm not strong enough yet to ignore it. But when I get to that point where I can just ignore it and forget about it, and all praises to the Most High, because that'll help me in real life. Because a lot of things I learned how to cope with on here, it helped me in real life. So now when people say things to me in real life, I don't feel like I have to react violently. I can say something slick. I can be sarcastic. I learned that on here. People get triggered. I learned all of this stuff on here, so it made me understand people a little bit more in real life, even myself. And that's how I learned. I just have to stay away from certain people, because certain people are going to try to push your buttons. That's just what they do. That's what they do. And there's many reasons for why these people do that, but it's not up. I don't spend too much time trying to figure it out. I just stay away from them, act accordingly around them if I have to be, and that's it. And if I do have to, go back and forth with them, I'm going to just clown them. I'm not going to take it seriously. I'm not, yeah. Because I have, life is short. If I learned one thing, life is short. And, I want to spend, the majority or the rest of my life being happy and with joy, and instead of mad or sad or glad. I already did that. You know what I'm saying? I spend too much time being mad and sad, and I spend too much time. It's a waste of my time. It's a waste of life. You can't enjoy life at these moments. It's like you pouting, you throwing a temper tantrum, you're robbing yourself of your joy. I missed out on a lot of things that I could have had fun doing and all that because I was in my feelings. I missed out on a lot of good memories with friends and family because I was in my feelings. Because I was trying to prove I'm something, some type of tough guy, or why? I laugh now. I smile. Sometimes I laugh and it scares people. I smile and they think I'm plotting on them because I don't. In my past, I wasn't really a smiler and a laugh. Like if I ain't know you like that, so some people be, I go to my old neighborhood and I say what's up to people who, back in the days, and they think I'm scheming or plotting, but but that's something I gotta live with, Right, and that's what I'm talking about. I don't never think people have morals or anything. I watch people's actions. People say things all the time. People say they this, say they that. I watch people's actions. Like I always tell this story. Now, when we was growing up, Truth Junkie, we was a group of young kids, and we used to talk. If anything happened, if we outnumbered and we getting jumped, we ain't leaving. I'm not leaving. We fighting. Everybody said, they staying, they fighting, they not going to leave. But just remember, we ain't never get jumped yet. This is all a theory. So it was this one individual who said, man, if we outnumbered and we get jumped and I see an opportunity where I could get away, I'm out of there. I'm leaving y'all, every man for themselves. So one night we was at a party, Lazy Days, and the whole party, we got jumped by damn near the whole party. Girls, guys, and people ran and left us. A lot of people ran and left us. But that dude who said that he would run and leave us, he stayed and fight. He stayed and fought. And that's when I learned that people don't do what they say the majority of the time. And I learned a real hard lesson because I told him, listen, if I could see a getaway, I'm out of here. I was the dude. That was me. I said, listen, if we outnumbered, I'm leave. I'm out of here. Like, it's no sense of all of us getting beat up. But it's something inside of me, pause, that just didn't let me leave my friends. And in a movie or a TV show or a rap song, or I would tell you that we came out victorious. Tammy, salute. But we got our asses whooped. Excuse my language. And if I had the chance to do it all over again, I wouldn't change a thing. Because I learned many valuable lessons that day. I learned who my friends was. I learned who had my back. I learned who I was. I learned I was a stand-up individual. I learned I was a warrior. Real courage. Right. Right. I used to get myself in trouble because, we moved around a lot. And every new neighborhood or block that I got to, I know I had, especially when all my older brothers, was out on their own and I became the oldest. I knew, I had my family, my younger brothers, and I knew, some of these neighborhoods are bad neighborhoods. So what I used to do is I used to go out and find whoever was the man or whoever was the, those people who ran the neighborhood and all of that. I introduced myself and I told them I'm here to represent for the block. Because I knew that would keep my family safe. If I was one of those guys. And yeah, I got into a lot of trouble. I made a lot of mistakes and all that. But I tell you one thing, my mama was always respected in any neighborhood we lived in. My younger brothers never got bullied, never got picked on, robbed, nothing. Salute, Dagbar, salute. So even though I was the black sheep of the family, my family always respected uh, my loyalty and devotion. So I try to apply that same mindset and energy into positive things instead of negative things. So, I tried to change from the negative to a positive. And this is how I decided, I'm going to do this social media thing. All praises to the Most High. I found my faith. So I didn't come here to go backwards. And I hear a lot of people saying the same thing. They had a past, they overcame it, they got on here. So you're gonna go through all of that, overcome it to get on here and throw it all away. For what? Now some people want to see you crash out. They want to see you go backwards. I will be going backwards. I'm here to move forward. If you ain't trying to move forward, you're just gonna get left behind. You see, I was once the left behind. And you could tell yourself, oh, I could have made it. I could do it if I want to. But there's only one way to find out. See, I came back. I wasn't left behind. I came back. So when I say, yeah, I could do it when I want to, I can go back, I could. But I see what it is on the other side. And we need more people like me on the other side. So I need to find people like me and help them get to the other side. And if you don't got a guide, if you don't got a real guide that's going to tell you all the negative stuff before you decide to make these decisions, you will be getting taken advantage of, manipulated, and you will learn. And you're going to do one or two things. Either you're going to become that or you're going to fight against that. And listen, I was sinning and winning. I was sinning and winning.